Hey y'all, welcome back to Soft Girl, Soft Life, the podcast where we dive deep into the transformative power of doing your thing from a nurtured place, where you feel empowered to show up as your full self. I'm your host, Kleidi Jeen, and you can go ahead, grab a seat, get a snack, and get this tea. I talked a lot in the previous episode about working with my clients, and I thought I'd just, maybe people want to know how to become a client. I don't know. Like, how can you work with me? So, in today's episode, I'm going to give you the 411 on my 3 a la carte services. I like to call these my F around and find out services because these are my introductory services that give you a little taste of what it's like to work with me long term, while you also, and most importantly, walk away with a problem actually solved and with a little tail end support built in just in case you need it. So let's get into it. If you're ready to infuse your life with a little more softness, trust, you will not want to miss this. But before we get into my a la carte, aka F around and find out services, I just wanted to share a little bit about my journey to this point. Over the last several years, since about 2021 or so, after my second child was born, so definitely 2021, I had major visibility issues. And if you know me, you know I'm used to being on stage. I'm used to teaching and being in front of a packed class or performing or speaking on the spot. Like, visibility has not been a big issue in my life, but I thought I had motherhood on lock, and after I had 2 kids, I realized I did not. And I started to feel like a fraud, right? And also in my business, because I had started to focus on parenting advice from a yoga philosophy standpoint. So, long story short, I retreated more and more to the point where I'm just now here at the end of this is 2024, 3 years later, starting to slowly make a little visibility comeback. Okay, so this is my comeback, and I just wanted to give myself space to share about that. And it's because I created the Softness Method to help me fill those gaps for not only my clients but for myself. Like, I was in dire need of something really gentle and comprehensive like that to help me through this rut. But it was because of this method that comes from the culmination of all I've learned from so many wonderful teachers, directly and indirectly through lineage, right? It comes from ancestral knowledge and my inherited healing, teaching, and creative gifts, my inherent abilities. Like, I'm just so honored to be this vessel that received and receives all that I need to put into the Softness Method and put it out there into the world to be the gentle yet powerful container that it is. And I'm thankful for this journey, though it has been difficult, not gonna lie. I'm thankful that it led me here and that I'm finally ready to get out there and get visible and share it with the world. So, without further ado, I present to you the first of 3 services, Soul Stirred. And this is the first service I mentioned because I've been doing it the longest. And it started out as Reiki healing. That's how I marketed it, the little marketing I did. But over the years, I've come to accept that, I have accessed my healing powers years before I even started training as a Reiki master. And those powers are inherited, like I said, through my lineage and are soul level deep. Like, I came here with this on my end, and I tend to reach out and become like a translator of the soul for my clients. So it's energy work at its best, at its finest. So in my Soul Stirred sessions, I consider my work to be relaying my clients' energetic messages verbally back to them. So I tell them what their energy, their soul really is trying to relate to them, that they're not hearing, but they need to hear it right now. And what I find is that it usually relates to a big next step that my clients are trying to take, very often to embrace their own authentic soul level selves more and to go after big dreams that they've been wanting to make happen for a while now. And they're finally starting to believe in themselves, and they're finally starting to take those first steps towards being that authentic person or going after those real dreams they've had for a long time. And what tends to happen is they always somehow get that message that they need to hear from their own essence, whether they want to hear it or not, and it really clarifies things for them, and it energizes them to continue taking those steps, to take that next step, and then the other. Okay, so what exactly does this look like at work? Well, in my Soul Stir sessions, they last 60 minutes, and I break them down into 3 parts. So the first part is all about me listening to you. This process, and it is an intentional process, this process provides you with a deep sense of validation that we rarely experience in our constantly moving culture. And then the middle of the session is all about 100% pure energy work. Like, this is where the energy balancing and the energy reading takes place. And the last part of the session is where I relate to you what your energy is saying, basically. This is where the energy translation, as I like to call it, comes in. And it comes in words and colors and emotions and physical feelings, like a little pain. Like, whatever I receive, I share it with you. And what I share usually deeply resonates with the client. So even if it doesn't make logical sense to me, it usually makes like deep and serious sense in their own world. So you can book Soul Stirred as a single session or as a package of 3 sessions over 3 months. And each session comes with 3 days of asynchronous 24/7 support starting the day of your session. So that's Soul Stirred. Next up is Take Inventory. This is my self-care audit for driven, heart-led folks who want to prioritize right fit wellness practices to feel more energized, more revitalized, and like right now. Okay, Take Inventory is for you if you're looking for someone who can guide you through addressing the toll your lifestyle, your challenges, your professional success and professional work, addressing the toll these kinds of things are taking on your well-being by creating a clear and sustainable plan to reintroduce balance into your life and to help you maintain your drive and passion without sacrificing yourself. So Take Inventory is for you if you're constantly overwhelmed, right, or overstimulated by your workaholic tendencies, and you're kind of in survival mode, and you're craving some clarity on how to get a sense of ease, a sense of relief, and you want to reduce those constant feelings of stress and anxiety and overwhelm and overstimulation. But the thought of doing all of that on your own like makes you want to cry. Okay, so I'm here to help, and the way this session plays out is step 1. You'll complete a questionnaire and assessment so I can know what's going on, like where you're at right now, like why you're even reaching out for Take Inventory, and what kind of time and capacity you honestly have for self-care. Okay, then step 2 is our actual 60-minute audit call where we do a little self-care on the spot, some mindfulness practice right there on the spot to get you in the zone, right? And we dive deep into the areas we need to in order to create a realistic and doable self-care plan that suits your needs at this time in your life. Okay, so it's very unique for right now. And I finally follow that up by providing you with audio or written call notes as you wish, and your session recording. If you choose to have your session recorded, I will ask. And with Take Inventory, you get 10 business days, or basically 2 weeks, of 24/7 asynchronous follow-up support. So that's by text or voice note. And the last a la carte service I want to mention right now is Hustle Who. Yeah, you have to say it like that, like Hustle Who. It's actually more of a long-term commitment, so you'll see more long-term results with bigger positive impact in your life in the way of softening those harsh, jagged edges of your life. So, Hustle Who is my 12-week one-to-one coaching program designed for my driven peeps, okay, who are tired of feeling stuck in survival mode. All right, this is your chance to glow up right here, reclaim your peace, achieve big wins on your own terms. And in this service, we make soft your new power move. Like, this is where I work with you to implement those 5 layers of the softness method into your life where it makes sense. We meet once a week and we go at your pace. So it's less a matter of shoving my methodology into your life and more a matter of filling the gaps as needed to help you soften your life. And yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. The pink elephant in the room. Like, what does it actually mean to soften your life? Well, for me, soft living is about getting out of survival mode and get out of hardening in response to what you experience in life. It's about easing out of struggle, struggling, pushing up against your life all the time and working with it. It's of course about self-care, but it's really about creating a nurturing inner framework through which you operate in the world on a daily basis. So whether you're going through something tough, like losing your job, going through a breakup, having work and responsibilities like pile up, or whether you're aiming for a new position at work, or you're starting a new business, something that's really exciting, meeting any of those life experiences from a nurtured place is the difference between being trampled by overwhelm and being present, compassionate, loving, and having equanimity in the face of everything that you go through. So that's what I mean when I talk about a soft life or softening your life. Okay? So just want to get crystal clear on that. And in Hustle Who, my clients start off with their self-assessment. So we can have a starting baseline to measure our progress from. Okay, it's really important to do that. Then we have our lit kickoff call where we set our goals, we set our intentions, and then after that, we have our 60-minute weekly calls over those 12 weeks. And my clients do have a little light homework between calls, which are really more practice moments, right? To practice softening in real life, in real time, what it is that we're working on to help them soften for that week. So, alors, le voilà. You got the whole scoop, my little visibility journey, and also the 3 ways you can work with me. You can F around and find out to help you nurture yourself into a soft and successful life. You can balance your energy and get major insights with Soul Stirred. You can get the ultimate self-care audit and plan to go along with it with Take Inventory. And you can get out of survival mode at your own pace with Hustle Who, my soft life coaching. So book in 1 or 2 or all 3 sessions. They all serve you in a different yet complementary way. And of course, if you enjoyed today's episode, do not forget to subscribe, leave a review, share your takeaways in the comment. Let's create some community. And if you are ready to book in to any of these 3 services, you can tap on the link for the one you want in the description below. All right, let's keep this conversation going in the comments. And until next time, I want you to create a life so soft it feels like sleeping in on a Monday morning wrapped in a cashmere blanket. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. And remember, over here, we are all soft, no fluff. Stay soft, stay joyful, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Soft Girl, Soft Life.